Defensive unit getting set to take over. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes on the move to his left. And an alley to run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated. Take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
Back out is the AFC offense, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your... I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Running the jet sweep, Landry, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now here's Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl, of course, for many folks our age. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. The AFC thus far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Mahomes going to go on 4th down, buying time to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example.
Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position.
Crunch time, defense.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Travis Kelsey, 43 yards. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Breeze under pressure again, and down he goes again. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Jones has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down of the process. Breeze now on 1st down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Drew Brees and his NFC teammates set to begin their next drive. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it fun?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Brees, and he will find his Saints teammate Michael Thomas complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Champion.
And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Brees, escaping the pressure right. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Gurley on first down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he was so good throwing the football on third down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something during, as you said, during the regular season, so what if it's with a bunch of guys you're unfamiliar with? It's third down, he finds a way to...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. C.J. Mosley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Breeze.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the AFC is going to get the football back. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown! James Conner. 96 yards as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they got to put it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Breeze now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. To throw, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. J.J. Watt. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Keenan Allen as time expires in the first half. And the AFC has retaken the lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The NFC offense heads out to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know every coach talks about respecting the ball, taking care of the ball, but when it's third and long like that, you're triggered, man. He wants to make a play. And on that one, he's trying to force one downfield to make that play. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, he tried to make the play. A little risky, but it fell incomplete. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change? Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown! James Conner, 60 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now Breeze. And an alley to run. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Breeze now. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack, Prescott. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The AFC offense making their way back out, and they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes steps away to his... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse them. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. On 2nd and goal. Prescott hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. This is Elliott. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along. Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the NFC going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, it's Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Elliott. Finding room to the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Now Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. A 9-yard touchdown run as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Say, correct.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll look to run with Connor. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with a touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16, they tried something a little different. They held essentially a fantasy draft for players. Year 1, it was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders as captains. Year 2, Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. And then in year 3, Michael Irvin again matching. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here now Roberts. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. Back out is the AFC offense. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons. A 1-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game. But as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out trying to get back on the field and try and help their team win down the stretch.
On first down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Mahomes now on first down, eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Mahomes, flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 48 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Well, we saw that tandem hook up quite a few times during the regular season, didn't we?
We certainly did, and it continues now in the Pro Bowl. You have to know that even if they didn't consciously plan it, you do try and find guys you're familiar with in a game like this.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To return is Roberts. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The AFC offense making their way back out. And I tell you what, the AFC continuing their good run of form the last few years. They're on their way to making it 3 straight wins here at the Pro Bowl.
So what they're telling us by their play is that it actually does mean something, doesn't it? We always say, the Pro Bowl, what does it actually mean? There is pride in their conference, and the AFC showing their pride in a big way over the last few seasons.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Prescott. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Geno Atkins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Prescott. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. Throwing, Prescott. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And an alley to run. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll try to throw now. Prescott under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2nd down and goal. Prescott.
Well, that was point count.
And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Prescott now.
So once
and the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you're you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Patrick Mahomes in the AFC ready to go on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last Drive, he'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up.
Away with him.
The AFC thus far on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
15.
Watch the run. Check the backer.
And the play clock is. And that'll set them back 5.
Still third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check.
Hey, let's go.
Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Attack.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Khalil Mack. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So,
Prescott stripped. And that's picked up by the AFC. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense for the NFC back out there. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Prescott. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 64 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on second and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run into that lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use this? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Rosas now to add the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And as it looks right now, granted you have to include the years where the legends pick the squads, but this NFC team is going to have a chance to come away victorious for the first time since January of 2013.
It's almost going to be like you hear in college. We hear the chant of SEC all the time because they take such great pride in their conference. I think you hear the NFC chant coming from those guys on the sidelines now. Would you say the first time since 2013? That's a long time.
And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door jarred to strike.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but When you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Khalil Mack of the Bears, the one to make the tackle. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Dancing to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away. And it Falls incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try to stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Mahomes to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun,